Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's discuss a very important and hot topic in the IT industry. That's nothing but how to become a zero to full stack QA automation tester. So, guys, I'll explain it from scratch. Please do watch my video to till end and don't skip it. Okay. So, before starting up with the video, I would like to tell something like before becoming a full stack automation tester is very easy, guys. It's absolutely doable, but not by randomly learning any tools by picking from Udemy or YouTube or whatever, wherever the channel is or the medium is. You need a proper structured roadmap and real-time practice and the interviewer mindset. Okay, only then you should be able to become a full stack QA automation tester and you should be able to face any interviews. Okay, let me break down it in a simple way that actually works in the real time. Okay, the phase one, this is where we go from zero to beginner stage. Here you need to build a strong foundations. Okay, so here you need to understand how software works and how to test it. Okay, what to learn here? Manual testing basics like STLC, bug life cycle, test cases, test scenarios, and the different testing terms. And you should have the knowledge on how the agile works, agile and scrum methodologies work. Okay, and you should know how to use the tools like Jira or Azure DevOps. These are test management tools for managing your test cases or test results or bugs or whatever it is. Okay, and then guys, remember, without this, doing automation is just like blindly you're coding something. Okay, so be thorough with the fundamentals. The next phase goes on programming foundations. This is where you must have the programming knowledge, okay, to survive in IT industry. The reality check, most people pay failure not in automation tools. Why I mentioned this? Because guys, if you go to interview or if you are working in real time, so you should have the knowledge on how the programming works. Okay, how the method functions, how the method calls works, and how the oops concepts work. You should know the basic foundation of a programming language. Only then you will be able to work in real-time projects. Okay, so for this you choose one programming language. Either it can be a Java or it can be a JavaScript or TypeScript or it can be a Python. Okay, you can pick any primary language as a programming language and then you can start upscaling on it. And then in those in the primary language as a programming language you pick, you must have to learn the basic foundations along with oops concepts, collections, exception handling, file handling, and basic DSA. These are common across all the programming languages. You have to uh, understand how the programming concepts work. Okay. The next phase goes on UI automation. This is the main important core skill. Whichever the tool you pick, you must have to learn thoroughly. So in the markets, these are the available tools like which are famous: Selenium, Playwright, and then Cypress. Okay, and also remember there are some codeless automation tools also. Okay, if you're not familiar with coding, you can go with that, but try to learn it effectively. Okay, the concepts are locators. I mean, whichever the tools you pick, these are the concepts you should be aware of, like locators, weights, page object model, test ng, or whatever it is. With respect to the automation tool, you should be aware of respective unit testing frameworks and all the concepts. How do you handle frames? How do you handle alerts? How do you handle drop downs? How do you handle auto-suggested drop downs? How do you handle web elements? How do you handle web tables, dates, calendars, many other things. Okay, don't just learn the commands, try to build a framework with it. The next phase comes with respect to the API automation. This is a high demand skill in the market. Here where you need to test backend system, backend systems. Okay, so the tools available are Postman, This is the most commonly used. Start from here, and then the rest are shoot for Java and Playwright API or PyTest. Okay, and must know concepts are HTTP methods you should know, and status codes, JSON parsing, authentication, and there are many other concepts, guys. Okay, how to do response validation, how to do assertions properly. So you should have to learn end-to-end concepts very clearly. API testing is nothing like, I mean, it's a faster and more powerful than UI. Okay. The phase 5 goes on database and backend validation. Here we validate the correctness, and do remember that whenever you face any interview, there'll be at least one question on the database. You should be familiar with database concepts also and or backend validations. So select any SQL tool, whichever you are comfortable. SQL tool in the sense, I mean, DB Visualizer or Oracle DB or whichever the database you are comfortable with, but the SQL concepts are almost similar across all the databases. Okay, learn joins, how the group Y works, how the where clauses works. So learn all these concepts and try to connect your DB with automation scripts and try to execute the framework. Okay, so phase 6 is nothing but a framework development. This is where it's a real game changer. There are multiple and different types of automation tech testing frameworks available in the market based on the projects they'll use. Um, with respect to their criteria. Okay, so here you should learn the framework types. What types of frameworks like data driven, how it works, hybrid driven, how it works, and then Cucumber. It's a famous one and incorporated in almost all the IT companies. So you should learn that, and you should know on how the design pattern works, like page object model, singleton page pattern or design pattern, factory pattern. So there are other design patterns also. At least try to learn 2 to 3 design patterns how to work with it. Okay. So this is where freshers become experienced level candidates. The phase 1 goes like based on DevOps and CI/CD. Okay. So here you need to know the concepts on Git and GitHub and Maven commands, how to use the Maven commands, Jenkins, and Docker, basics of Docker and CI/CD pipelines. Okay, so here you'll gain the knowledge on how do you run the tests in pipeline end to end when you do this. Okay, guys, do remember that if you want to become a ultimate full stack QA automation tester along with interview master kit with many real-time interview questions along with detailed answers, I have given the link in the description box. Please do check out. Okay, it has been built with lot of day and night efforts. Definitely you will gain something from it. Okay, please do check out and let me know if you have any questions in comment box or in the email. I'll definitely answer your queries. Okay, next let's move to the phase 8. That's the advanced skills to stand out among other top 10 candidates. Okay, so here you need to add something except Selenium. I mean, not only learning Selenium or Playwright or UI automation tools and API automation will help you to stand among the top 10% candidates. You should add something to it. Okay. These are the few add-ons that you can add, like performance testing, mobile testing, and how to incorporate AI in testing, reporting tools. You should have the knowledge on how the new skills or how the performance testing or mobile testing or how the AI in testing works. So you should have this knowledge as a side dish. Okay, please be thorough with it. And then the next phase goes on the interview preparation. Just learning is not enough. You need to utilize that learning in cracking the interviews. This is the important phase. Okay, focus on scenario-based questions, framework level explanations, real-time problem solvings. Okay, so the complete roadmap is given as first you need to learn the manual testing concepts and then pick a programming language and enhance it and enhance it by learning core concepts thoroughly and Pick any UI automation tools and then pick any API automation tools and learn the concepts of DB, and then try to build a framework and incorporate all these things in a framework, and then try to learn how you execute the tests in CI/CD pipeline, and then try to add some additional skills to your uh, roadmap, and then start interview preparation. Okay, this is the most versatile roadmap for becoming a full stack QA automation tester, even from scratch. Okay, thorough with it. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comment box or in the description box. Thank you so much for watching my video. Happy learning, happy testing.